Mafia the Definitive Edition comes out in a few weeks, so let's be honest, we're all friends here. Who of us actually completed the original Mafia? It's a long established fact that if you say you played Mafia back in 2002, there's a moderate chance that what you actually mean is that you played the game for 4 hours and then abandoned it. I know this because I did the same. The race car level, or Mission 5 Fair Play as it's ironically titled, broke a generation of players. It was an infamously tricky mission that trapped you behind the wheel of the most difficult to handle vehicle available in the game. A single-seat racer that must be teased around hairpin turns at breakneck speeds ad nauseum. The entire section is governed by a hellish rule set. Finish in pole position, with your prize being the ability to play the rest of the game, come in any other position and you better be prepared to play the 8-minute race again in its entirety. Hate is a word we shouldn't throw around lightly, but I hated that mission, and my PlayStation 2 as a result of it. It's almost 20 years later now and I'm playing a preview build of Mafia the Definitive Edition. If I've learned anything from this experience, it's this. The race car level is now a completable pain in the arse presented in high definition. The Mafia series has always occupied a strange space, straddling the line between simulation and sandbox, its desire to leverage authenticity clashing with the haphazard nature of its energetic action. Mafia the Definitive Edition happily occupies that same space. In many respects, it's adorably antiquated. There's something decidedly early aughts about its core design, even with so much of it being overhauled for this generous remake. The script has been reworked, the core mission structure has a bit more spine to it, and the underlying systems and mechanics have been drawn out from 2016's Mafia 3, iterated upon to better reflect taxi driver turned mobster Tommy Angelo's core skills and proficiencies. It feels right in your hands. The creaky vehicles lumber around wide street corners, the weapons feel heavy and deadly, and committing crime in broad daylight summons a concoction of apprehension and excitement. Hangar 13 might not have been the original developer of Mafia, but they understand the tone it was trying to convey. The team has done a fantastic job replicating the simulation. It's a space I'm eager to spend more time play acting in. And still, the city of Lost Heaven has the air of a cheap Hollywood set. At times, it feels as if you could peek your head around any of the buildings and see hastily painted cardboard structures and tired extras waiting for their cue to enter the frame. The leading characters are a little stilted too, their delivery a little hokey as if they're playing a part where the only reference material has been drawn out from made-for-TV movies rather than the annals of history. I could go on, but I'll save the moaning for another day and another game. Because none of this is negative necessarily. Mafia the Definitive Edition has a charm to it, and from the 5 or so hours that I had my hands on this pre-release build, I found a sense of liberation to its relatively simple structure and easy execution. Lost Heaven is free of so much of the gluttony that plagues modern open-world games. In that respect, this feels focused and confident. It knows what it is, what it's good at, where its limitations lie, and what it wants to deliver. To that end, Mafia the Definitive Edition might look and feel like a game made for 2020, but it kind of plays like one from 2002. Many of you will no doubt find some comfort in that reality. That brings us back to the goddamn racing mission. I took no comfort in that reality, nor the realization that I was circling back around to a mission for the first time in 18 years. It's like some kind of cruel joke because of course Hangar 13 put this in the preview build. I'm not gonna lie, like I said, we're all friends here. I did win. However, it did take a while, longer than I'm willing to admit. For all the revisions and tweaks Hangar 13 has made to every element of this remake, including the vehicles, there's something about Fair Play that feels inherently unfair. If it wasn't so deliriously unenjoyable to experience, it would almost be impressive. On my second lap, 4th attempt, I found my mind drifting away as my roadster drifted unsparingly around a bend and into a wall, each AI racer barking the same insult just as they did every time there was a collision. I began to wonder why Hangar 13 didn't just remove this from the game. They have tweaked other mission details, even the onboarding at the outset of Fair Play. So why not change it entirely? The reason is that would be against the spirit of Mafia the Definitive Edition. Like I said before, it's adorably antiquated in almost every respect and all the more charming because of it. You'll love it for that and you'll hate it for that, but hey, at least it's honest.